Today, I'm going to be talking about the things that I did in my 20s that ultimately made me a millionaire by the age of 30 that I do not regret doing. So my name is Zaback, and I own multiple companies, and at the portfolio company level, we'll do over $10 million in revenue in the year 2025. So early on in my 20s, I realized that the only way I was ever going to make it is I had to become obsessed. And I realized that the best time to do that for me was in my 20s. I realized also that if I wanted what other people didn't have, I had to do what other people weren't willing to do. And when I looked around at all my friends and the people that I kind of grew up with, I realized that most of the people that I looked at were not willing to do the hard things. And I decided there was a fork in the road, and I went that way when everybody else went that way. The number one thing that I started off with is I pruned my inner circle. So I looked around and I said, okay, are the people that I'm spending all my time with going to end up coming on this journey with me to success? And I realized that nobody that I was hanging out with was actually going to take that journey with me. And I have really one decision left to make, and that was to completely stop talking to them entirely. For me, it was easier to abandon the people that I was like hanging out with and spending time with than to force them to do something that they didn't want to do. I realized very early on that people who are successful, they didn't get there on accident. It wasn't, some sort of luck or anything like that. It was, they made a conscious decision to take the actions required to achieve that result. So if you're in that position, I know exactly where you're at right now. I know what it's like to be the cool kid maybe, to, be hanging out and doing the cool stuff and whatever it is that kids are doing right now. I lived that life, and it was a cool thing. Like, I had a cool life. The problem is that I knew that if I kept doing that, I would end up being a nobody. And being a nobody scared me more than anything in the world, because all I wanted at that moment in time was to be a somebody. So what that really looked like for me was I started working really early in the morning, and then all of a sudden I'm working really late at night, and then I'm working on the weekends, and then I'm working during holidays, and I'm working, when everybody else wasn't working, I was working. And I remember days, I remember nights where I literally would be at the office so late that we would just sleep at the office. We'd wake up in the morning and we'd already be there and we would get back to work. And the reality of it is, I don't regret that at all. In my 20s, I had no responsibilities. The thing is that I started studying and reading books and really investing into myself. The people that I was studying at the time, they would say things like, you have to be obsessed if you want to be extraordinary, right? You look at the word extraordinary and it's like, you can't do extraordinary things and expect ordinary people to understand. That's the whole part of the extra. If you want to be extraordinary in life, then you have to not have balance in your 20s. From my perspective and my point of view, in my 20s, I did not have any balance. I didn't have this well-rounded life. Instead, I was obsessed with my goals. And I did whatever it took, and I sacrificed literally anything to achieve the result that I set out to achieve. And in your 20s is the only time, in my opinion, that you can be that obsessed. Go all out, take all out massive action and achieve that goal if you just go at it and don't think about anything else. It has to be on your mind 100% of the time, and it has to totally consume you. So the second thing that I don't regret doing in my 20s was the fact that I had this fire-ready aim mentality, meaning I didn't have it all figured out before I took action. I moved so quickly that I didn't have time to really think about the little things or to see each individual failure as some big failure that kind of stopped me in my tracks. I was moving very, very, very quickly, and I didn't go read 30 or 40 books before I tried it. I didn't go watch 100 YouTube videos before I took action. I just took action. Another thing I do not regret doing was I said yes to everything. See, now I'm 30 years old and I have a different problem. Maybe we'll talk about that later on or in a different video. But now I'm having to learn how to say no. But in my 20s, I said yes to everything. Everybody, everyone, every opportunity, every real estate deal. I had all sorts of different business opportunities, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I was passionate about. I didn't know which vehicle was ultimately going to get me to where I wanted to go. So I tried a lot of different things, and I said yes in each one of those things to almost every opportunity that came my way. And that allowed me to experience a lot of different things in a really short period of time to kind of dial in what I did like, what I was good at, what I did have inherent skill, kind of skill that maybe you're born with. I was constantly putting myself into bigger rooms. I was putting myself in rooms where there was people on the stage making tons of money. I believed so much in future me that I was able to put myself into conversations and rooms and experiences that I really didn't belong in. Like I hadn't earned it yet, but I was able to maneuver my way into these situations that unlocked so many different opportunities that honestly, I probably wouldn't have been able to unlock for many, many, many years had I not just kind of forced my way in. So the third thing is really to give yourself permission to try a lot of things. And this is something that I mentioned just a minute ago, but I want to kind of go a little deeper on it, right? So I'm not saying you should try everything, right? I'm not saying that you should do life insurance and crypto and stock trading and real estate, right? What I am saying, however, is that if there are a couple of different things that you could potentially see yourself doing in the future that would make you a lot of money, give you financial freedom, give you true wealth for yourself and your future family, then it is okay to give yourself permission to try a few different things because you're so young that you can afford to fail. So I personally tried multiple different businesses. I owned an ATM company, I owned a marketing agency, I tried like exotic car rentals at one point, I was a real estate agent, still am. I owned a wholesaling company, so we were doing a lot of like wholesaling real estate, and we tried a few other things as well. And the point is that I ultimately failed multiple of those things. But what it taught me is that I don't like doing that crap, right? And it also taught me that doing one thing at a really high level is always better than doing a bunch of different things. But if you don't go through that yourself, then what ends up happening is you'll end up trying that in your 30s or you'll try it in your 40s, and that will ultimately kill you. The ability to fail early on is almost your superpower. Like just giving yourself that permission to say, hey, there's this handful of things that I could see myself maybe doing. Try them, go all in. It's okay to have one or two of those things that fail, but ultimately those things that fail give you clarity on the thing that you actually see yourself doing. So the fourth thing that I would recommend that you do is that you bet on yourself in your 20s and you don't wait for other people to believe in you. I remember being in my really early 20s. I was in Seattle, I was at my grandma's house, and I remember my uncle was there. My uncle he was a millionaire, but he was a Dave Ramsey type of millionaire. And I like Dave Ramsey, right? But he was a very conservative millionaire and, maybe worth a couple of $1 million. And I remember my uncle very vividly after I just told him my goals and how big my goals were, and I wanted to make a lot of money and eventually build companies and have people and teams. And I remember he told me, he said, Austin, you shouldn't think that big, because if you think that big and you fail, then you're gonna feel bad, right? Like it's gonna like kind of destroy you is what he was getting at. And he told me verbatim, he said, Austin, you should only focus on just making $100,000 a year. Like if you could make $100,000 a year when you're 30, 40, 50 years old, like when you become a full grown adult, $100,000 a year is like the perfect goal to have. And I remember that really, really made me mad. Like it actually made me mad because in that moment, it dawned on me that nobody believed in me. Here I am so excited about my goal, telling people about my goal, my own family. And they were literally telling me that my goal was too big and that I should think smaller. So even though people were telling me that I was dreaming too big, my self-belief was the thing that kept me going. So I think that the takeaway here is that there's only one person in the whole world that needs to believe in you, and that's you, right? You are the only person on the entire planet that needs to believe in you for you to accomplish your goal. The fifth thing is that you prioritize your future self over your current self. In my 20s, I was only making decisions that my future self would thank me for, not what made me comfortable in that moment in time. So every decision that I made and every action that I took in my 20s all really aligned with one thing, and that was, will my future self thank me for the thing that I'm about to do? And so it was not like, am I comfortable doing this? Do I feel ready to do this? Do I feel like I have enough knowledge to do this? Like nothing went through that filter. Everything went through the filter of, will my future self be glad that I tried or even attempted the thing that I'm about to do? Even if that meant failure, right? Because I would position it as, okay, if I fail, will my future self be glad that I failed early, figured out what did and didn't work, and then made the appropriate decisions to change and adjust and pivot to move on? So there were quite a few times in my 20s where I actually probably spent too much money. I celebrated, and I was really maybe living above my means. And the reason that I don't regret doing that is because now at 30 years old, I feel like I got all of that out of my system. Now I know what a good financial decision looks like versus a bad financial decision. So you really don't want to get comfortable or complacent. For me, at a very minimum, I never let my foot off the gas. So while I maybe didn't invest my money perfectly in my 20s, I figured out everything that didn't work. And that in and of itself is something that I don't regret, right? Because I tried all of the crap that didn't make me happy. I did all the things that didn't work. So I'm not telling you to go blow a bunch of money, right? What I am saying is that it will be very difficult when you do start to make a lot of money to not make some bad decisions. And I think at the very minimum, getting those out of the way in your 20s is actually a good thing, and it sets you up for your 30s to make only good decisions, right? Because if you didn't make any bad decisions in your 20s, I think I've seen people that they get in their 30s or 40s and they make those same bad decisions that they could have made in their 20s in their 30s and 40s. So the one thing that you don't want to do in your 20s if you eventually want to be a multimillionaire is to play it safe. You don't want to be working at Jersey Mike's, living in the basement, playing Battlefield or Call of Duty all hours of the day and night. I see a lot of people that waste a lot of time and a lot of energy playing it safe. Playing it safe doesn't make millionaires. You don't build wealth, you don't build legacy playing it safe. So the things that you need to do in your 20s is you need to be obsessed. You need to bet on yourself. You need to prioritize your future self. You need to say yes to everything under the sun. You need to try different things, figure out what you like, what you don't like, what you're good at, what you're not good at. The decade of your 20s is the #1 decade that sets up your life forever. It's where you build the momentum. It's where you lay the foundation to build future momentum. And really, when I look back at my 20s, it was all about action. I took so much action that it was completely unreasonable for me to not succeed. I took a massive, ridiculous amount of action. I tried a million different things. I made so many mistakes you can't even begin to fathom. I made every mistake I feel like I could have possibly made in my 20s. I literally crammed like 30 or 40 years of life, I feel like sometimes, into a decade. And people tell me that all the time. To this day, I go out and I'm having dinner and I'm doing different things. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I run multiple different companies. We do well over $10 million a year in revenue. And people all the time say, Austin, you're only 30? Like, you act like you're like 40 or 45 years old. And I really think that the reason for that is that I did so many things in my 20s that I lived like 2 lives in the span of a decade. And this isn't something that only I can do. You can do it too. You can take that much action, right? Again, you just have to be intentional. So in my 20s, I had so many different balls in the air that I was bound to catch one of them, right? They weren't all gonna fall on the ground because I was just taking that much action. I had that many things going on that it had to eventually work, right? Like there was no way for it not to work. And I had so much belief. And I was being so nimble and like cutting things off so quickly. Like if something didn't work, in 2 months, I cut it off, right? If a relationship wasn't working, boom, done. If a business wasn't working out or I didn't see myself in the future making millions of dollars with a certain thing, boom, it was done, it was cut out. If you stayed to the end of the video, I greatly appreciate it. Your 20s are magical. They're magical for so many different reasons. There's so much opportunity. You have so much energy. You have no responsibilities. I just encourage you to take full advantage of that. Your future self will thank you so much. I'm so grateful for everything that I did in my 20s. I can't even begin to describe it. So if you got value from the video, drop a comment down below. Let me know. Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you in a future video.